Hey everyone, Dr. Amy Avalar with Acupuncture Practice Systems. And if you are considering hiring a receptionist, or if you have hired a receptionist before and it didn't work out, one of the main things that happens for a lot of people for why they leave is because they were not set up for success. Now, I've talked about this in another video quite a while back, but the main reason, again, why people are leaving is because they were not equipped to be able to be successful in their position. Now, that can look like them having questions all the time that are coming at them from clients, and they don't know how to answer the questions, right? We know that it is extremely complicated to explain acupuncture to some patients. We know that there are a ton of questions that patients have about acupuncture, and if we have not created something for our acupuncture receptionist to be able to easily reference so that they can confidently answer clients' questions, then it's going to make it really challenging for them to be able to feel confident in that position. So examples of things are like, do you turn breech babies, or help to turn breech babies, try to turn breech babies, right? We can't guarantee anything. Do you do any moxa for breech babies? Do you treat prenatal patients? Can you help with male infertility? Do you help with vertigo? Can you help with tinnitus or tinnitus? Is there, can you help anybody with high blood pressure? What if someone has osteoporosis? What if someone has arthritis? So if your receptionist doesn't know how to answer those questions, then that's going to make it really difficult. If you have a fertility patient and that fertility patient says, do you guys do pre and post acupuncture treatments either on site or at your clinic? If she doesn't know how to answer that question, you're going to have a problem. If they want to know how often should I be coming in for X, Y, and Z. If you do have common or generalized treatment plans that you recommend, like ours as an example is, we say for most things, for most people, we will usually recommend starting out once a week for 3 weeks, see how your body's responding, and make a new treatment plan from there. That is a low commitment from patients to initially come in, get some experience with acupuncture. A lot of acupuncture patients, if they've never experienced it before and you're recommending 20 treatments, they're like, oof, wow, that's a lot of money, and I might have to spend a lot of money before I figure out if this is even helping me. Patients most times will be feeling some improvement over the next few weeks for their first, few treatments. But so again, not making promises of things, but just, can your acupuncture receptionist even make general recommendations of, generally we recommend this is the frequency you start with, and then they kind of reevaluate after that, because everyone's going to respond a little bit differently to acupuncture. So we don't want to make a treatment plan for you before we've even met you or seen how you get results, because we want your treatment plan to be customized to you. That is a great answer. The reason why it's a great answer is because the receptionist is able to answer confidently. They know about what the treatment schedule is. It makes the client feel like your organization is more organized, but it also gives that patient an idea that you are willing, like you're going to be creating their treatment plan to be customized to them. They are not going to be just another number of a patient. They're not going to be a one-size-fits-all. They're not going to receive a one-size-fits-all treatment. They're going to get treatment that's customized to them. And that is extremely appealing to patients. So if your receptionist can answer those questions confidently, that's going to make a huge difference, right? There's a ton of other things, like making sure that they have very smooth checklists of, these are the operating procedures. These are the things you're going to be doing throughout the day. Here's an opening checklist when you first get into the office. Here's a closing checklist for when you're wrapping up the end of the day. Here are scripts for how to answer these clients' questions. Here's a list of like 150 different things that we treat with acupuncture. Here is different policies that we have. Here's the different discounts that we offer. Here's the different insurances we take and don't take. If we don't take insurance at all, here's a script for how to answer clients' questions about that. If people want to know if we can give them a super bill, the answer is yes. This is what a super bill is. Like, all of these things are things that are going to be questions that patients are going to ask, that if you can set your acupuncture receptionist up for success by giving them access to all this information, they're more likely to stay because they have been empowered to do their job. And oftentimes, by the time an acupuncturist is deciding to hire a receptionist, it's because they're already overwhelmed and they can't handle all of that stuff anymore. So once you've reached that point where you are needing a receptionist, oftentimes you do not have the time to be holding their hand, training them through everything, right? So one of the things we have inside acupuncture practice systems is everything you could possibly imagine to help set a receptionist up for success. So we have sample documents of the opening checklist, closing checklist, daily task lists, scripts to give clients, that are to be able to answer clients' questions, a long list of alphabetically organized list of ailments that people frequently come in for acupuncture for. We have how to talk about breech baby and when somebody might need to come in for that, if somebody's coming in for fertility, if someone's coming in for a chronic pain thing, if, what's your cancellation policy, what kind of discounts do you offer? There's so many things that you need to have. We've got examples of all of that within the clinical architect level of acupuncture practice systems. You can download all of it, make sure that it's customized to your specific practice. So as an example, we've got it scripted out for what our cancellation policy is. If yours is 24 hours instead of 48, you can edit that. If yours is you charge 100% instead of 50%, you can edit that. But we've got everything listed out. Training videos when we're talking to where we have training videos where it's literally just us talking to the camera, where we would be talking to the receptionist. I would recommend viewing these ahead of time, making sure that everything we're saying applies to you. And then those are part of your SOPs for you to be giving your receptionist to be able to watch. So we've got lots and lots of content in there, whether you watch ours, whether you take our membership because you want to just shortcut it and just have it done by somebody else, or whether you want to do it for yourself. Either way, setting your receptionist up for success is going to make a huge impact in whether or not they stick around. And it costs more money to go through constantly reposting a job, rehiring, retraining, and so on and so forth. So much better to just find a great candidate and then give them the tools that they need to be successful so that they're able to stick around for the long term.